Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the new Nissan Armada. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Ken Garf Nissan here in Salt Lake for giving me some time with this Armada. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below. If you have any questions, need any help, just ask for Paul. I'll also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Powering this is a twin-turbo 3.5-liter V6 that goes through a 9-speed automatic. It puts out 425 horsepower and then 516 pound-feet of torque. Now before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So taking a look at the hood, it is very boxy. You've got the raised section on either side, and these new headlights definitely pop out quite a bit. And then you guys can see you've got some chrome trim in the grille, the rest of it's blacked out. New Nissan logo. And then we've got the fog lights down below, some parking sensors. But yeah, this is definitely massive in your face with the new style. Our tire wheel setup is 275 by 50 by 22 in the front and over in the rear. And you can see here with the wheels, you've got the silver with the metallic gray. Got this nice little cut there in the fender. And then we've got the chrome trim there on the side with the little vent piece. Very interesting. Blacked out mirror caps. Got the little blacked out pillow there. Fixed side step here as well that kind of matches with the bodywork. And it actually says Armada there on that little gray strip in the very back. But yeah, look at that. It's super boxy. Kind of looks like a giant Ford Flex almost. Now this leads us to the key fob. We get the Nissan logo, lock and unlock, remote start. We got the opening for the hatch, which I'll hold that down. And this is similar in size to a Chevy Tahoe, so you don't have an insane amount of space behind the third row, but it is usable. We do have an outlet here in the back, and then you can see you can raise and lower, you can raise and lower the rear, which is nice. And then we also have this for the seats. So with the second row, it looks like it's just lower downwards. With the third row, you can raise and lower them automatically, which is a nice feature. Pretty typical, most SUVs. But yeah, when you're all done with that, just press this up top. That will lower the hatch back down. Now taking a look at the tail lights, really crazy with the design. You can see it goes across there. Platinum Reserve badge here in the back. Looks like a little bezel that covers the receiver hitch. And, well, let me know what you guys think about the exterior, but definitely a mega box. Now this leads us inside where we've got this kind of two-tone brown, I suppose is what we'll call it. It's pretty cool looking. And it continues onto the seats, which is very interesting to see. I'm guessing this is to, yeah, fold the seat down. And then I wonder if the top one is just for, okay, so that does down and up so you can access the third row. Here's a quick look at the seats in the third row. Really nice trim, perforated all down the center, so they're fancy. And you can see they get a little charging port there, and they can adjust the seat. I'll show you guys on the other side too. All of that. Headroom back there is actually pretty good. And then legroom's pretty typical of most full-size SUVs where you can fit adults, but I would reserve it for kids. It looks like they've raised the, you can see the load floor here. Let me move the seat down so it's easier to show. You can see the load floor kind of raises up a little bit right here. Starting for so the back passengers have their legs pushed up more compared to the second row passengers. And then here's the legroom in the second row. You can see we got a little storage pocket here. And then you got USB ports here, and then you've got all of your climate controls there in the center. Some cup holders, a couple USB ports as well. And then there's vents all throughout the top. And then you notice we do have armrests here in the rear as well. And now popping up front, again, you can see the kind of two-tone there and the soft touch down below. All of our window controls, the mirrors, they power fold in. We've got memory seats, and I'm not going to try to pronounce that for the sound system. We'll just zoom in for you guys. Anyways, blind spot warning with the mirrors. And then let's see what the payload capacity is. 1466 for the payload. Really nice front seats. I like the perforations all down the center. Massage seat function, the passenger has it as well, but it's power adjustable. Got your parking brake here, auto hold. You can see the steering assist. You got the heads-up display. It's for the hatch. Nice soft touch trim on the dash. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, we've got soft touch all around. I like the two-tone stitching there on the airbag cover. Paddle shifters here on the back. We've got controls for adaptive cruise control, some for the center as well. And then you've got your regular stocks here on the back. Digital gauge cluster here in the center, which we can use here to scroll through and see different bits of vehicle info. Interesting, the whole setup here. I do like the overall kind of like animation. And then you notice right there, that little green thing, that lets us know the suspension's in auto mode. So again, it'll automatically raise and lower depending on the conditions. 360 camera system, trajectory lines turn with the steering wheel. And overall resolution is actually really good. Something that people were critical of Nissans in the past was not great camera resolution, but this is very sharp. And then as for the rest of the infotainment system, oh, it still has the camera pulled up. It seems like it's pretty quick to respond. That's kind of fun, that whole setup there. But yeah, it seems like all the functions are pretty straightforward. Notice we do have heated and cooled seats. We also have a heated steering wheel as well. We'll just turn that off. They make it easy to use. You can sync the seats? Huh. Weird. Or maybe that's just for the climate. I don't know. Okay, yeah, I'm guessing that's for the... Yeah, never mind, that's for the climate. So, interesting. Trailer brake controls down below. And then we actually do get quite a few physical buttons. So for like the camera, for example, volume control, see your heated and cooled seats, the temperature for the climate. And then we've got all of our drive modes with this. You notice we have actually quite a few off-road modes as well. And then this still does have a 2-speed transfer case. We've got our transmission selector here, again for the suspension to adjust it, your auto stop start. A couple cup holders here. We got our wireless phone charging pad with some USBs, and you can cover this all up. And then big center console here. Nice trim on the top. You got a little storage there on the side. And this is cool with the trim that goes across the dash. Soft touch all across. Heads-up display as well. And then we also have a camera, rear view mirror. And then we have a panoramic sunroof with the crossbars up top. Now I don't have the window sticker here, but Google says that the Platinum starts at just over $72,000, almost $73,000. So it's probably like 75-ish after destination, everything. Anyways, let's see how it drives. Well, let us set off in the new Armada. I've already technically driven one of these because I drove the new QX80, but the Nissan version, right? More exciting, probably for a lot of people. That feels weird. It's in 4 high. Ah, that's why. It's in 4 high. Let's put it into auto. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, I was like, the front end feels like it is gripping way too hard. Actually getting up and moving here with the new Armada. Very comfortable. It seems super smooth. Make sure all the windows and everything is closed. Yeah. Hear a little whistling. It's not bad. It is kind of, it's not super windy today, but there's a little bit of wind. Great low end torque with this too. I forgot how many one-way streets are in Salt Lake. Should be able to go down this one here. This thing feels like a tank though, it's gigantic. And you know, this engine, excuse me, this engine performs like most turbo V6s, where it's got pretty good low end torque. And it's pretty smooth, the 9-speed and everything. It's solid since 1951. I didn't notice that before. Interesting. But something to note with V6s is you do lose a little bit of smoothness compared to a V8. And that's what is happening with the Armada, right? It was NA V8 before, now it's a twin turbo V6. So although this has great low-end torque and a lot more torque compared to the outgoing engine, you'll notice the gear shifts and everything, it's not going to be quite as smooth as the outgoing model. But again, I would say it's not bad. Oh, it's got auto stop start too. Man, these modern cars have so much tech nowadays. They really do have everything. It's kind of jumpy off the bat. Interesting. Is this person crossing? Yes, nope. Let's get a little acceleration here. Yeah, it's got that normal V6 feel. So, sorry, my voice is going. What I mean by this is it's got a really good low-end push and it kind of slightly tapers off towards the top end. And again, that's very, very, like, every single manufacturer that does a twin-turbo V6 is going to feel this way. Now, I don't think this is a problem for this vehicle, because most people that buy this aren't going to be revving it out to the red line, right? How people are going to drive this is you're going to be just like this, partial throttle, right? Just riding the torque. And at partial throttle, just riding the torque, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic, because it has so much low-end torque. And again, it has enough horsepower that on the highway and everything, it'll have good passing power. It's just you lose, it's not all that smooth. You lose the smooth factor. So let me guys think about this new Armada. I think this is a super solid full-size SUV. It's very comfortable. It's got a great interior. I mean, this seems, you know, you compare to Chevy and everything, it seems pretty reasonably priced for what this is offering feature-wise. And yeah, this new engine, it's got good power. It's got great low-end torque. And so I'd say on the low end, and that's the only thing that I'd be critical of, is it's just the powertrain. But on the low end, it's just as smooth as a V8 pretty much. Just on the top end, it doesn't have the same kind of smooth feel. And that's where I think some manufacturers might be going towards inline sixes more so in the future, but we'll see with that. And it's cool, it still has a 2-speed transfer case too. That's definitely a nice feature to have in a full-size SUV, whether you're trying to reverse, you know, a trailer up a steep incline, or if you actually take it off-road. It's also nice to have in that case too. Let me know your thoughts.